Hello everyone. I know it's been another month, and I hope to get around to posting again soon, but for now I have to rant a little. I just recently came across a post that showed off the top 10 highest grossing games of 2024 in the United States, the country with the largest gaming market in the world with the exception of China. These 10 games, from lowest to highest, are as follows. EA Sports MVP Bundle, which is a combination of two other games higher on the list, Elden Ring, FC 25, COD Modern Warfare 3, Madden 25, NBA 2K25, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, Helldivers 2, College Football 25, and COD Black Ops 6. Notice any patterns? This is one of, if not the worst year in terms of chart-topping variety in the past decade or two. And I'm sure you might be able to blame some of that on a lack of competition, but there's multiple factors to a lot of problems, and this is no exception. Now, I haven't played any of these games, including the ones I have issues with, so I am not speaking off of my entirely non-existent view of their quality, and fully understand that at the end of the day, profits are determined by hype and accessibility, with certain sports games and Call of Duty being some of the most long-running franchises in gaming, on top of being fairly easy to pick up as well as satisfying pretty widespread interest. But that's as long as people seem to be enjoying them, and that's where we encounter a problem. Because there's nothing wrong with buying, quote, the same game every year, if you like the franchise, but so many of the people playing these games don't anymore and haven't for a while. FC 25, 47% mixed Steam reviews, Google reviews 1.4 stars. FC 24, 57% mixed Steam reviews, 1.7 stars. FIFA 23, the previous title for those games, 56% mixed Steam reviews, Google reviews 2 stars. Only when you go back to FIFA 22 does it have the very positive Steam ratings of 80%, but still a 2.3 star on Google. In fact, there hasn't been an FC game with a positive Google score since FIFA 19 with 3.5 stars. Or how about Call of Duty? Black Ops 6, 49% mixed overall, 23% mostly negative as of recent, 2.2 stars. Modern Warfare 3, 31% mostly negative, 2.2 stars. Modern Warfare 2, 21% mostly negative Steam reviews, 3.2 stars. Vanguard, 67% mixed reviews, 2.5 stars. You also have to keep in mind that Steam reviews are often very generous. If you need a point of reference, Ark Ascended, a graphical remake of an existing game that most of the community agreed was greedy, and so many people couldn't even run it on their computers, still has higher Steam scores than most of these games. Many of their review scores are also lower than the likes of Saurian and Day of Dragons. I could keep going, because let me tell you now that none of the other sports games listed, or their recent predecessors, are anything above mixed right now as well. But you get the point. Most of the best-selling games this year got a suboptimal or downright bad reception from their huge player counts, at least when it came to those who were actually writing reviews. But you could see hundreds of thousands of people complaining about or agreeing with complaints regarding certain choices that Call of Duty has made recently on websites like Twitter. And I understand that the people buying these games couldn't have known for sure that the most recent entry would also be disappointing. But a notable amount of players were not happy with these games for years and openly voiced their criticisms, yet they would continue to amass insane sales regardless. Some of these sales numbers have dropped as reception declines, but they're still topping charts, and a lot of these people that have claimed that these companies need to do better seem to be buying the next one anyway. Hell, they'll even pre-order them before they know all that much about them. I don't know how many of these people there are exactly, but I have seen them. They're the kind of people that make and support those gaming isn't fun anymore type videos. A concerning amount of gamers seem to struggle with putting their money where their mouth is. If they really wanted the developers and publishers that make these games they seem to be dissatisfied with or downright hate to actually improve, they should be showing them that with the financial decisions that they make, and holding off on buying the newest game instead of getting it anyway because, oh, this one might be good. Or because a content creator they watched that played it early gassed it up, when they very well could be encouraged by the devs to leave a more positive review. This is not a problem exclusive to these game franchises, or even games as a whole, so I don't want to target them specifically. I've also made that mistake before. I went to see Jurassic World Dominion Day 1 off of hopes and dreams, and a trailer that didn't even intrigue me, but I've recognized that mistake and will adapt to it for this upcoming movie. Speaking of, a good few notable movie franchises also have this issue. I mean, how many people have you seen on YouTube, for example, that are so done with the MCU when they have continued to watch a dozen things that they don't like until coming to this decision? Or to not even quit watching them anyway and continue to see and review each new project? For these big companies, voices don't matter. If they did, things would be much different right now. Money matters. They're not making these things to make people happy, they're making them to turn a profit. Now, making people happy might have been necessary to turn a profit at one point, but they've since learned that they don't have to do that to get what they want anymore. And that won't ever change unless you, yes you watching if you're part of this demographic, do something about it. Again, I personally won't be getting the newest Jurassic World Evolution game unless I see what I want from it and nothing else. Not even because I can't afford to waste the money on it, but because Frontier should have to earn that money, and last time I don't think they did. Just do yourselves and the communities that you're a part of a favor and act on how you feel. Otherwise, your favorite franchises won't ever return to the good old days, and they will continue to snub out other, more deserving projects since many people still sadly equate earnings with quality and will use that as a point of reference for what to try. But that's a whole other can of worms and not something I care to get into right now. I appreciate you stopping by to hear me yap, and I know this video isn't remotely relevant to the kinds of things I usually post, but I felt it was worth talking about. If you were hoping to hear me discuss dinosaur sims in this video, then I'm sorry about that, I guess. But hey, I've already talked about something similar to this in the past, you can always go watch that instead. I don't really know how to end this video, I'll be honest. The Isle.